Hi everyone, welcome to Breathe and Be with Savita. Today, this is the third video in the Sickness and Being series, which means it's a children's meditation and it's time for another story. This one is called Belur and Bunny Have a Problem. Belur is our little human and Bunny is his best friend, the rabbit. So let's dive right into it with some deep breathing and deep being. Belur came out of the doctor's office and immediately broke into a handstand. When his arms began to shake, his best friend Bunny the rabbit strained to support Belur on his little furry neck and a grimace on his face. Belur lowered his legs slowly onto the ground and dusted his palms. Bunny said, "Did that help? Is the pain gone?" "No, it's gotten worse," Belur cried, bending over. Belur often had severe pain in his stomach. Every time he would eat pizza, noodles, or even rice and dal, or sometimes even when he ate nothing, he would have to lie down, unable to move, the pain rendering him immobile. One day he even vomited rainbows and butterflies. Bunny then decided to take Belur to the oldest practitioner in the jungle, Dr. Vaidya, the old giraffe. Dr. Vaidya had been the third doctor to see Belur this month. He conducted a series of examinations, tilting Belur's head left and right, lifting both his arms in all directions. He made his torso twist both ways and made him bend forward and backward. For good measure, he shone a torch of fireflies in both of his eyes. Belur's insistence that the pain was limited to his stomach floated high around the tall giraffe's dead ears. After the examination that lasted an hour, the doctor prescribed standing upside down to end the severe stomach pain as the only remedy available to them. Here, we imagine our neck to be as long as the old Dr. Giraffe's, and we go on to take a deep, long, and steady breath in. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. Once more. Breathe in. Long, slow, and deep. Pause and breathe out. Once more, breathe in, slow, long, and deep. Pause and slowly breathe out. Bunny decided to take Belur next to Dr. Hiren, the hippopotamus. He was the gastroenterologist of the jungle, whose offices were in the middle of the East Pond. Dr. Hiren made Belur lie on his stomach in the bottom of their boat. He then applied pressure to several points in his spine. "Aha! I know exactly what the trouble is here. You do? Cried Belur and Bunny in unison. Absolutely. I do not know why you didn't come straight to me in the first place. I would have sorted this right away, seeing how I am the most reputed doctor of the jungle. But no matter. Now simply take a little pinch of this special magic mud prepared by my trained fairies from the swarms of seven wonders of the mountains beyond, and you shall be cured in no time. Belur and Bunny thanked Dr. Hiren for his services, gave him a huge heap of grass as payment, and rode away on the ripples. Water lilies and lotuses scattered here and there all over, laughing, making way for them, the sky lighting up into a grin at its reflection in the vast expanse of the water. Belur took the mud medicine as prescribed, and indeed his pain was gone. After a long time, Belur slept in peace that night. As he slept next to Bunny, feeling his soft fur against his skin, cradled in the deep shade cast by the banyan tree above, its strong, thick roots striving to reach the ground, Belur inhaled the air full of leafy perfume and starry essence of the night. Here we'll pause and observe our breath for a little while, just seeing how it flows in and out of the body without any effort on our part. Our attention completely in the breath. Next morning, as the bird woke them up sharp early in the morning, no sooner had he woken up than Belur cried in severe pain again. Bunny rushed to get a bucket as Belur vomited not rainbows and butterflies this time, but slugs and toads that were alive and rushed into the lush of the forest. Bunny tied both of his long ears into a tight knot, as he did whenever he wanted to sink deep into thought. He also placed a big frown on his forehead for good measure. He had made up his mind he would approach the highest authority of the jungle, the Elephant King, for advice. The Elephant King ordered his officers to prepare a list of the best doctors in not only their jungle but also in the neighboring forests. A slew of doctor appointments followed. The latest prescription found Belur and Bunny traveling several kilometers to go to the river that flows in the north between the sixth and the seventh mountain peak. Belur then bathed in its waters right before the first rays of the sun touched the fifth mountain peak. Besides the stomachache, Belur now had developed a cold even. On one doctor's directions, Belur had to imitate a cuckoo's call for 12 minutes and 14 seconds. The cuckoo was very proud that day, all these years of practice, and finally she was so popular a singer that everyone in the jungle wanted to imitate her. One Piku, the parrot doctor, said, "Simply run to shake off the pain, boy. It is common sense." And so Belur ran. With a severe stomach ache, he ran. But the pain kept growing. He felt like there was a palpable monster sitting inside that was breathing fire and swords in the insides of his stomach. A beautiful bird with a long red and gold tail caught up with him. She asked, "Belur, whom are you running from?" "From pain. It seems like I have been running from it for months now, but not quite this literally," said Belur in between breaths. "What is pain, Belur?" "What do you mean, what is pain? It is incredibly, well, painful. It's like a monster." "Painful, like a monster. Are you describing the effects of pain or pain itself?" Um, you have an idea of the effects of the pain, it's true," said the bird, "especially the memory and scenes associated with it. But have you actually confronted it? Have you met with it head on?" "Belur, stop. Don't run away from it. Stand for 1 second. Lie down. Feel it firsthand. Take your attention there and meet it unabashed. Let it come with full force. Experience it." Belur stopped running and laid on the ground. He let all walls collapse, all resistance give way. He opened his insides wide, letting the pain rush into him, into his awareness, meeting it, feeling it, being with it, then slowly embracing it, feeling the energy of this thing that his mind called pain. He let go of all past memories associated with this feeling. He let his mind quiet down completely by placing attention in his breath, letting it guide his attention to his stomach, and felt the energy in his stomach, taking every inch of his attention there. He felt subtle movements and vibrations of energy in his whole body, the grass against his skin, the dewdrops. He opened his eyes to the leaves filtering bits of sunlight and sky. For the first time, he saw leaves, their intricate veins. He saw spider webs, sparkling, reflecting light like diamonds in a queen's tiara. He saw the bird's nest built with pure love and labor. He took the wonder and magic of the jungle in, throbbing with life, creativity, beauty, joy. And most of all, he was aware of the thing called pain, which was nothing but subtle energy, life throbbing within him. As he laid in the splendor of life, the thing he called pain became a no thing. Belur was now only aware of breaths, long and slow, going in, coming out of nothing. As we slowly come out of the ideas and concepts that the story has left us with, we go within, taking our attention in all parts of the body and also our mind, and breathe attention into the mind. Whenever a scary thought arises within you, all we need to do is become aware that after all, it is just a thought. For this, we can also have a game called Freeze That Thought Game, which means if you get a scary thought, freeze it. Make a statue out of it. Sculpt it in ice. And once it's frozen, observe it. Observe it stuck like that in time and space. And because things don't like being frozen for long because it's so cold in there, slowly you'll see that the thoughts will shiver and dissolve. I'll see you next time. Breathe and be until then.